Hello, I'm Haley Collins, and I believe once is enough if you do it correctly. I believe in this quote because it applies to me in multiple different things. One would be a relationship. In the past, I have had boyfriends who's ended up cheating on me, and I think one person only deserves one chance, because if they do it once, they're going to do it again. So I'm saying my boyfriend only need one chance if he does it correctly the first time. And that's with anything, even school. If you study and you do it correctly, then you'll pass the exam. There's no need for another second chance to do the same thing over again. I got this quote from one of my former cheerleading coaches who is like a mean person, and she always told us, it doesn't matter how many times you do this cheer routine. It really doesn't. As long as you do it good once and correctly, that's the only thing you need to do. Another example would be we were at cheer practice and we could not figure out how to fix this basket at all. We kept doing it over and over, and the course Debbie comes in and she's like, guys, you just have to do this, this, and this. Just tells me what to do to fix it. Ever since then, it's been perfectly fine. And she literally looked at me and a coach. She's like, once is enough if you do it correctly, because doing it wrong 100 times is not getting you anywhere. And that's the main reason I believe that once is enough if you do it correctly. Also applies like in the gym. Yes, you can run 5,000 miles at a 3.0 speed, but you need to do it correctly. If you've run at a higher intense speed at a shorter distance, you're getting more quality out of it. The same with squatting and lifting weights. Yes, you can do one thing 1,000 times, but it's better if you do it correctly about 4 or 5 times. So if you're squatting, squat all the way down to your best ability, not just halfway doing it, because that's just making the difference between it. Brings me to my object, the fuel band, and I believe it motivates me to want to conquer more things and do everything correctly because it calculates my steps, my speed, my calories, everything. And I think in the gym, if I am running at a higher intensity speed for a shorter distance, then it will be better for me. Why my fuel band relates to my quote of once is enough if you do it correctly is because the band motivates me to want to do it correctly and not just go in the gym like, oh, I'm gonna run this long for this speed, but seeing the calories and distance and speed that I'm going at a consistent pace and doing it correctly makes me feel like a better person. It's going to help me further along in my fitness life. I believe once is enough if you do it correctly is because of my past in cheerleading. I have done certain flips in a weird way, and I would try over and over and over 100 times to do it, and it wasn't working. And then once my coach Debbie, who told me about this quote, corrected it, I did it one time, and ever since then it's been perfectly fine. So that is just proof that if it only takes one time if you do it correctly.